During deep sleep, your body truly shifts gears. You might think you're sleeping enough, but if your sleep quality is poor, your heart still pays the price. Sleep is not just rest, it's a hormonal reset that protects your arteries. Every night, millions of people go to sleep thinking they're resting, while their hearts are actually fighting to survive. Poor sleep quietly raises your blood pressure, fuels inflammation, and sets the stage for heart disease long before symptoms ever appear. This is why so many people lose vitamin D deficiency, experience insomnia, or light, unrefreshing sleep. That means if you plan to sleep, for example, at 10 p.m., your last coffee should be no later than 2 p.m. What if I told you that by mastering your sleep hormones, you could protect your heart just as powerfully as medication? Peace be upon you and welcome back to MedHuman. I'm Dr. Haytham Farrage, a certified cardiologist, nutritionist, and a personal trainer. In today's episode, we'll uncover one of the most overlooked secrets to heart health: sleep. You see, poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it silently raises your blood pressure, fuels inflammation, alters your hormones, and increases your risk of heart attack and stroke, even if your cholesterol and blood sugar are normal. Today, we'll uncover how the quality of your sleep can silently shape your heart health and how mastering your sleep hormones can protect you from heart attacks and strokes. We'll explore the fascinating science behind how your hormones control sleep, from serotonin and melatonin, cortisol and adenosine, and how this delicate hormonal balance determines the quality of your rest, your metabolism, and even the strength of your arteries. I'll also share a powerful step-by-step sleep hormone reset protocol, a science-based routine that can help you restore deep, restorative sleep naturally and strengthen your heart from within. And stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal a few unexpected natural tools that most people overlook. Simple things that can profoundly improve your sleep quality and cardiovascular health. You will understand that sleep is not just rest, it's hormonal therapy for your heart, your health, and your life balance. Now, before we move on, I just want to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel. We've noticed around 75% of our watch time hours come from non-subscribers. So if you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We put a lot of time, research, and effort into producing these evidence-based videos for you. And your support really encourages us to keep creating more content like this to help you understand your body and protect your heart naturally. Now, let's continue. When we talk about heart health, most people immediately think of cholesterol, diet, and exercise. But there is a powerful factor that often gets ignored: the quality of your sleep. Well, the truth is, sleep isn't simply the absence of wakefulness. It's an active restorative state in which your heart and blood vessels repair themselves. The Harvard Nurses' Health Study, which followed more than 70,000 women, found that sleeping 5 hours or fewer per night was associated with a roughly 40 to 50% higher risk of developing coronary artery disease. But here's the twist. It's not just about how long you sleep, it's about how well you sleep. In one major analysis, participants with the best sleep score or quality had about a 34% lower risk of heart attack or stroke compared to those with the worst sleep score, implying the inverse, that poor sleep may raise risk by a similar amount. It's the quality, depth, and rhythm of your sleep that determine how effectively your cardiovascular system recovers each night. During deep sleep, your body truly shifts gears. The sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight response that keeps your heart racing during the day, finally takes a break. The parasympathetic system steps in, slowing your heart rate, relaxing your blood vessels, and lowering your blood pressure. These are the hours when your arteries get to breathe, your heart muscle restores its energy, and inflammation begins to calm down. But to really understand this process, we have to look at what's happening inside your brain. The stages of sleep. A complete sleep cycle lasts about 90 to 110 minutes, and the average person goes through 4 to 6 of these cycles each night. Each cycle moves through several stages. Stage 1, the light sleep. This is the gateway to sleep. your heart rate and breathing begins to slow and your body temperature drops. Stage 2, the stage of stabilizing sleep. Your brain waves becomes slower, eye movement stops, and your body begins to detach from external surroundings. You spend nearly half your night here. Stage 3, this is the stage of the deep, slow wave sleep. This is the most restorative phase. Your blood pressure reaches its lowest point. Growth hormone is released and tissues, including the heart and blood vessels, undergo repair. Insulin sensitivity resets and your immune system strengthens. This is where real healing happens. Stage 4, the REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep. Here, brain activity rises again, but the body remains paralyzed. When these stages flow naturally and repeat through the night, your body and heart recovers in perfect rhythm. The most restorative from these stages are deep slow wave sleep and REM sleep. In slow wave sleep, your blood pressure and heart rate reaches their lowest levels. Growth hormone surges and your body begins physical repair and tissue renewal. Then comes REM sleep, the stage where vivid dreams occur. During REM, your brain becomes almost as active when you're awake, processing emotions and memories while your body remains motionless to prevent you from acting out your dreams. It's essential for emotional balance and mental clarity. REM sleep is essential for your memory, learning, emotional processing, and hormonal balance. During the REM sleep, the brain consolidates experiences and modulates stress hormones like cortisol. And here is something important. If you rarely remember your dreams after waking up, it may be a sign that you're not spending enough time in REM sleep, often due to stress, alcohol, late caffeine, or disrupted sleep cycles. When these stages flow naturally and get repeated throughout the whole night, your cardiovascular system fully recovers. But when your sleep is fragmented or anxious, your body never truly enters those healing phases. Cortisol and adrenaline remain high. Your heart continues racing as if it's still daytime. And over time, this constant pressure leads to hypertension, vascular inflammation, insulin resistance, and damage to the delicate endothelial lining of your arteries, what we call as endothelial dysfunction. That's why the American Heart Association now lists sleep as one of its life-essential 8 pillars of cardiovascular health, because every night of deep, uninterrupted sleep act as a natural antihypertensive, anti-inflammatory, and metabolic therapy for your heart. So if you want to protect your heart, you don't just need more sleep, you need better sleep. It's not just about how long you lie in bed, it's about how deeply your heart gets to rest while you do. Sleep is far more than closing your eyes and drifting off. It's a finely tuned hormonal symphony. Every night and every day, dozens of hormones rise and fall in perfect rhythm, orchestrating everything from your heartbeat to your metabolism. That finely tuned system that God created is a masterpiece of precision that keeps every function of your body in balance. And when this rhythm falls out of tune, your sleep and your heart begins to suffer. Let's start with the hormone melatonin, the conductor of this symphony. We call it the sleep initiator. As darkness settles, your brain's pineal gland begins to release melatonin, whispering to every organ that it's time to rest. But when you stare at bright screens or expose yourself to fluorescent light late at night or eat a heavy meal close to bedtime, you suppress melatonin's release. That delay keeps your body in a daytime mode, raising heart rate and blood pressure when they should be dipping. Melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone. It's a vascular guardian. During healthy sleep, melatonin helps blood vessels relax, reduces oxidative stress, and lowers nighttime blood pressure, giving your heart the rest it desperately needs. But melatonin doesn't act alone. It's born from serotonin, another hormone. We call it the mood-stabilizing neurotransmitter. Think of serotonin as the raw material from which melatonin is made. When your serotonin levels are balanced, your brain transitions smoothly into rest. When they're low, your sleep onset becomes restless and fragmented. And here is where another key player hormone steps in: vitamin D. See, vitamin D activates an enzyme in the brain called tryptophan hydroxylase 2, which converts tryptophan the amino acid found in foods like eggs and turkey, into serotonin. Low vitamin D means poor serotonin production, which means poor melatonin release at night. This is why so many people with vitamin D deficiency experience insomnia or light, unrefreshing sleep. Then comes cortisol, the stress hormone. In a healthy rhythm, cortisol should peak early in the morning to help you in waking you up and gradually decline throughout the day, reaching its lowest level at night. But chronic stress, late caffeine, and excessive screen exposure at night keep cortisol high when it should be quiet. When cortisol stays elevated at night, your heart remains in alert mode, but blood pressure stays high, your arteries stay tense, and your brain keeps sending signals of vigilance instead of repair. Over time, this nighttime cortisol elevation becomes one of the silent destroyers of cardiovascular health. And another overlooked player is adenosine, often called the sleep pressure molecule. As you stay awake throughout the day, adenosine gradually builds up in your brain, increasing the drive for sleep. When you finally rest, adenosine levels gradually decline as the brain clears metabolic waste, including adenosine itself, through the lymphatic system, allowing your body to reset for the next cycle. But caffeine can easily disturb this natural rhythm. See, caffeine acts as an adenosine receptor blocker. Having coffee in the late afternoon or evening blocks these receptors precisely when the brain should be winding down. As a result, adenosine can't build up efficiently in your brain, tricking your body into thinking it's still daytime. This delays sleep onset by several hours and keeps cortisol and adrenaline elevated well into the night. Some people might say, I drink coffee and still sleep peacefully. But even if you manage to fall asleep, your brain spends less time in the deep restorative phases of sleep, leaving you tired and foggy the next morning. Interestingly, drinking coffee too early after waking up can also backfire. When you first wake up, adenosine hasn't been fully cleared from your brain. That process takes roughly 60 to 90 minutes. If you drink caffeine beverages immediately after waking up, it binds to adenosine receptors before the molecule can be naturally removed, trapping it in your brain. When the caffeine effect wears off, adenosine floods back in, causing that familiar midday crash and sudden drop in energy. This concept was beautifully explained by Dr. Andrew Huberman, a well-known neuroscientist from Stanford University, who highlighted how delaying your morning coffee until an hour or more after waking allows adenosine to be cleared naturally, maximizing alertness without disrupting your body's rhythm. So, whether it's too late in the day or too early in the morning, mistimed caffeine confuses your internal clock and disrupts hormonal balance. The best time for your first cup is about 1 to 1.5 hours after waking, when cortisol naturally starts to decline and adenosine has fully cleared from your brain, allowing caffeine to enhance focus without sabotaging your sleep later that night. Likewise, it's important to time your last cup wisely. Since caffeine has a half-life of roughly 5 to 6 hours, its stimulating effects can linger in your system long after you've stopped sipping. For instance, if you drink a coffee containing 150 milligrams of caffeine at 3 p.m., around 75 milligrams will still be circulating in your body by 9 p.m., and roughly 35 to 40 milligrams may remain close to 3 a.m., enough to delay melatonin release and disrupt deep sleep. For most people, the ideal cutoff point is about 8 hours before bedtime. That means if you plan to sleep, for example, at 10 p.m., your last coffee should be no later than 2 p.m. This window allows your body enough time to metabolize caffeine and prevents residual stimulation from interfering with melatonin release and deep sleep. And finally, we have the restorative trio: growth hormone, testosterone, and insulin sensitivity. Growth hormone peaks during deep, slow-wave sleep, repairing muscle and vascular tissue. Testosterone helps rebuild cells and maintain metabolic balance. And while insulin secretion itself decreases, the body's sensitivity to insulin improves, allowing glucose to be used efficiently for repair rather than stored as fat. See, when your sleep is fragmented, that sensitivity is lost. Blood sugar rises, and inflammation follows, all of which increases cardiovascular risk. When all of these hormones, melatonin, serotonin, cortisol, adenosine, and growth hormone, flow together in harmony, your sleep becomes deeply restorative. But when even one falls out of rhythm, the entire symphony turns chaotic. And it's that hormonal chaos that silently undermines your heart over time. Sleep well and you're literally healing your arteries. Sleep poorly and you're keeping them inflamed and vulnerable. When your nights are short or your sleep is broken, your body doesn't just feel tired, your heart actually suffers on a cellular level. Poor sleep quietly activates almost every mechanism that drives cardiovascular disease. Let's start with inflammation. When you lose sleep, your body enters a state of stress. Studies show that even a single night of poor sleep raises inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. These molecules irritate your blood vessel walls, turning smooth, healthy arteries into rough, inflamed surfaces where atherogenic cholesterol particles sticks and infiltrate your arteries, and plaques begins to form. Over time, this chronic inflammation makes plaques more likely to rupture, and that's what causes heart attacks and strokes. Then comes blood pressure. During deep restorative sleep, your blood pressure normally dips by about 10 to 20%. But when your sleep is poor, this natural nocturnal dipping disappears. Your sympathetic nervous system stays active, keeping your blood vessels constricted. Even one night of sleep loss can raise systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 millimeters of mercury. And if this becomes habitual, it can lead to persistent hypertension, one of the strongest risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Poor sleep also destabilizes your heart's rhythm. Sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night, is one of the most dangerous examples. Each time your airway collapses during sleep, oxygen levels drop and your body responds with a surge of adrenaline. Over time, that constant stress increases your risk of atrial fibrillation, hypertension, heart failure, and even sudden cardiac death. If you've been told that you snore loudly, or if you wake up every morning feeling exhausted, as if you've never slept at all, I strongly advise you to do a sleep study. This test can diagnose sleep apnea and help guide treatment. In many cases, using a CPAP or BiPAP device temporarily can make a dramatic difference, giving your body the oxygen and rest it needs until the root cause is corrected, whether that's weight loss or addressing an airway problem with an ENT specialist. Moreover, if you suffer from atrial fibrillation, a sleep study is strongly recommended. Poor sleep quality, especially sleep apnea, is a well-known driver and trigger of AF episodes. Another key pathway is insulin resistance. Poor sleep decreases your body's sensitivity to insulin, forcing the pancreas to produce more insulin. Over time, this imbalance raises blood sugar, increases triglycerides, lowers HDL, and contributes to formation of small dense LDL, the most atherogenic type. Eventually, that metabolic disturbance becomes the foundation for both type 2 diabetes and coronary artery disease. And finally, lack of deep sleep increases oxidative stress and reduces the production of nitric oxide, the molecule that keeps your blood vessels relaxed and flexible. When nitric oxide levels fall, vessels stiffen, blood pressure rises, and existing plaques becomes unstable, a combination that dramatically raises the risk of heart attack. So poor sleep doesn't just make you groggy, it systematically dismantles the protective system your heart depends on: hormonal balance, vascular relaxation, metabolic control, and electrical stability. Each restless night is a small insult, and over years those small insults add up to disease. But the good news is when you restore quality sleep, every one of these pathways begin to heal. Inflammation drops, blood pressure normalizes, arrhythmias settle, and insulin sensitivity improves. Your heart is remarkably resilient. All it needs is a chance to rest. Now that we understand how sleep influences your heart, let's move from theory to action. The goal of this protocol is to restore hormonal harmony, helping serotonin convert naturally into melatonin, allowing cortisol to decline at night and supporting healthy nitric oxide balance for your blood vessels. Think of it as a 6-step journey. Each stage builds upon the one before. Step 1, build a night routine. That's your foundation. If you fix your routine, you fix your rhythm. Your body loves consistency. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This single habit retrains your circadian clock. In the morning, expose yourself to bright sunlight or outdoor light for at least 10 minutes. That light signals tells your brain it's daytime. Cortisol rises naturally in the morning, setting the rhythm for the rest of the day. Physical activity during daylight, whether it's a workout, a brisk walk, or resistance training, enhances your deep sleep cycles at night and stabilizes blood pressure. If possible, try to take a short cat nap in the middle of the day, around 50 to 20 minutes. This brief rest can lower stress hormones, boost alertness, improve memory and reaction time, and even help regulate blood pressure. Studies showed that short midday naps recharge both the brain and the cardiovascular system, giving your heart a calm pause before it takes on the rest of the day. As evening approaches, begin dimming the lights around you. Exposing yourself to artificial white fluorescent light tricks your brain into thinking it's noon, shutting down melatonin release. Instead, invest in red or amber lighting for your evenings. Red light has the least impact on melatonin production and helps your brain recognize that night has truly arrived. Avoid screens or wear blue light blocking glasses if you want to use devices, just like this one over here. It's the blue light blocking glasses. Okay. Better yet, replace screen time with reading a physical book or using an ebook reader that doesn't emit blue light. It's far more relaxing and won't interfere with your melatonin production. And please don't rely on melatonin supplements. Melatonin is a hormone, not a sedative. Taking it regularly can interfere with your body's natural rhythm and suppress its own production from your brain's pineal gland. The key is to regulate your environment, not replace your hormones. Your last meal of the day should support the chemistry of sleep. Choose foods that are rich in the amino acid tryptophan, like turkey, eggs, or red meat, and pair them with a small serving of complex carbohydrates, like sweet potatoes. That combination provides the building blocks for serotonin and melatonin synthesis. You can also include a spoonful of nutritional yeast in your last meal. It's rich in B vitamins, particularly B6 and B12, which play a vital role in neurotransmitter balance and the production of serotonin and melatonin, helping your body wind down and improving overall sleep quality. But avoid eating a heavy meal right before bed. This will spike your insulin, and when insulin spikes, melatonin drops, ideally finishing dinner 2 to 3 hours before sleeping so your hormones can shift from digestion to restoration. You have to keep your bedroom cool and dark. The ideal temperature is around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. A cooler environment helps your body recognize that it's time to rest, as core temperature naturally drops before sleep. Turn on your fan or air conditioning, or simply keep your windows slightly open to allow fresh air circulation. And regarding darkness, even small amount of light can suppress melatonin. So invest in blackout curtains or a simple sleep mask to maintain complete darkness. And one powerful, often overlooked tool, take a hot shower about an hour before bed. It might sound counterintuitive since you're increasing your body temperature, but as your body warms and then begins to cool, the brain interprets that drop as a signal that it's time to sleep. This mimics the body's natural thermal decline that happens before sleep onset. Before going to bed, make sure to brush your teeth as well. Poor gum health is linked to systemic inflammation, which can interfere with deep sleep quality and recovery. A clean mouth and relaxed body together help set the stage for restorative, uninterrupted rest. Finally, close your day with prayer, reflection, or slow breathing. These practices activate the parasympathetic nervous system, increase vagal tone, and calm the heart rate, preparing your mind and body for genuine rest. Step 2. Gentle, natural support. If this routine alone isn't enough, begin with gentle evidence-based support. Start with a warm cup of chamomile tea 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Chamomile contains apigenin, a natural compound that binds to GABA receptors in the brain, promoting relaxation and easing the transition into sleep. Several studies show it improves subjective sleep quality without any side effects. Then consider magnesium glycinate, 2 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium taken 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Magnesium supports melatonin synthesis, reduces nighttime cortisol, and helps your muscles relax by counteracting calcium's contractile effect. This gentle mineral not only improves sleep efficiency, but also eases muscle tension and restless legs, allowing your body to fully unwind before you drift off. Try these two for at least 2 weeks before adding anything else. Step 3. Control cortisol, the stress reset. If your mind still races at night, you may need help lowering evening cortisol. A well-studied adaptogen called ashwagandha can help. Start with 300 milligrams of a standardized root extract at night, and if needed, increase to 600 milligrams. Clinical studies have shown that ashwagandha significantly reduces cortisol levels and improves sleep quality within a few weeks. But use it wisely. Avoid it during pregnancy if you have hyperthyroidism, autoimmune disease, or if you're taking sedatives. Think of it as a short-term training tool to remind your stress system how to relax again. Step 4. Enhance nitric oxide and oxygen delivery. If you wake up feeling foggy or notice your blood pressure creeping up, this step might be for you. Consider beetroot juice, about half a cup 1 to 2 hours before bed. Beetroot is rich in natural nitrates that convert to nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. Studies in patients with chronic lung disease have shown that beetroot at night can improve oxygen levels and sleep structure. It may even support healthier nighttime blood pressure. Think of it as a natural vascular conditioner for your heart. Step 5. Deep sleep amino acid. When your body temperature drops at night, glycine can deepen that process. Take 3 grams 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Glycine calms the nervous system, slightly lowers core body temperature, and enhances both REM and slow-wave sleep. People who use glycine report not just better sleep, but clearer focus the next day without grogginess. Step 6. The final support, a herbal sedative. If nothing else seems to work, you can try Valerian root, a traditional herb that was used for centuries. Take 300 to 600 milligrams about an hour before bedtime. Valerian acts on GABA receptors, helping to shorten the time it takes to fall asleep. However, evidence is mixed. Some people respond beautifully, others notice little change. Try it for 2 to 3 weeks, and if you don't feel any improvement, simply stop. Avoid using it if you're consuming alcohol or strong sedatives. Bonus step: optimize vitamin D. We often forget that vitamin D is a hormonal regulator. It helps the brain convert tryptophan into serotonin, which later becomes melatonin. Low vitamin D levels are linked with poor sleep duration, depression, and higher cardiovascular risk. Ask your doctor to check your 25-hydroxy vitamin D level. Aim for a range between 30 and 50 nanograms per milliliter. Most people benefit from 1 to 2,000 international units per day, adjusted according to labs and sunlight exposure. This 6-step protocol works because it respects the body's natural hierarchy. First, you fix behavior and rhythm, then you add gentle nutritional and herbal support. And finally, you fine-tune the hormonal environment with targeted nutrients. By following these steps, you're not forcing sleep. You're simply creating the right biological conditions for it to happen. And when your sleep hormones fall into harmony, your heart follows, calmer at night, stronger by day. When your nights finally become calm and consistent, your heart begins to thank you in silence. Deep restorative sleep isn't just rest, it's the time when your cardiovascular system heals. Each night of good quality sleep lowers your nighttime blood pressure, giving your arteries a much-needed break from the constant pressure of the day. Inflammation begins to fade as C-reactive protein levels fall and the vessel walls regain their smooth protective lining. The heart's electrical system becomes more stable. The rhythm that carries life itself finds its natural pace again. Metabolically, your body becomes more insulin sensitive, blood sugar levels stabilize, triglycerides fall, and HDL, your protective cholesterol, rises. Endothelial cells lining your blood vessels start producing more nitric oxide, restoring elasticity and improving circulation. It's as if the vascular system takes a deep breath after years of tension. Large population studies show that people who sleep well, meaning deep, consistent, and high-quality sleep, have up to 30% lower risk of developing heart attacks or strokes. That's a reduction greater than what many medications can offer. So when you commit to better sleep, you're not being indulgent. You're practicing one of the most powerful natural forms of cardiac therapy known to science. Sleep is your nightly prescription, one without cost, without side effects, and with benefits that reach every cell of your heart and every vessel in your body. Every peaceful night is a quiet victory against hypertension, inflammation, and metabolic chaos. And as you master your sleep hormones, you don't just sleep better, you live healthier, stronger, and with a heart that finally gets to rest. So let's bring everything together. Sleep isn't a passive state. It's your body's nightly hormonal reset, the time when your heart, blood vessels, and metabolism are silently repaired. Each night you sleep well, your cortisol level falls, serotonin and melatonin find their rhythm, adenosine does its work, and your cardiovascular system enters recovery mode. When you control these hormones, you control your sleep. And when you control your sleep, you control your health. It all begins with structure. Build your night routine, follow the sleep hormone reset protocol step by step, and give your body permission to heal itself. Your heart will thank you in lower blood pressure, calmer rhythms, and brighter mornings. If you would like me to create a free printable guide of this entire protocol so you can follow it daily, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to understand even more deeply how hormones, cholesterol, and inflammation work together to shape your cardiovascular health, I invite you to read Is LDL Really Our Enemy? Cracking the Cholesterol Code, where I uncover the truth about cholesterol, metabolism, and how to truly protect your heart. You can find the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, sleep deeply, live mindfully, and keep your heart mended. Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.